Boom, day 142, you know it. 142, 0, unicorn poop. Boom, how about another one? 2 unicorn poops. Boom, bystander. Boom, look at that, 2. Boom, 142. We're on our 0 here, but before we get started on our day, just want to let you know that yesterday when I was going down the mountain, I kind of scooted my butt on a rock, and the arc off of the arc hull, this carbon here, this beam,
frame,
it flew through the bottom part because I kind of put my bum down pretty hard. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take off the other side. I just got off the phone with field trip at Z-Packs. I'm going to take off the other side, and I'm not going to use
the center bar.
And the center bar here.
I took that off already. Yeah,
and we'll talk about the center bar. And that gives the arc, right? So that's where you get your airflow from on the back. But for the last 20 some odd days going through Maine, I'm fine with it. I'm just going to take the arc off.
And then that was across
and
the center.
That was across the center of this beam. So we're just going to take all 3, send them back. These are expensive pieces, clearly. And then we'll get it repaired when I get back. But for the last stretch, I'm okay without an arc. You know, it's still a functioning pack, you know, in terms of the frame.
Still fine.
Still fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Slug smelling triplex, which we washed, you know, we didn't, it's fine. Clean. We cleaned it, it's fine, but
it's good now.
Jamie at G-Packs, thank you so much, man. All the love, all the advice, and calm for morale. Sometimes I'll just call him up and like, dude, I'm taking up company time, give me some morale, man. Let me get me through this, you know? Let's do it. But no, seriously, it takes a village.
Yeah.
Remember that, it takes a village. So back to that, we're gonna see what the rest of the day has in store for Rental Unicorn, Post Office, and Outfitter, and then we're gonna hit Maine. But let's see what the 0 has in store for us. Let's do it. Unicorn just went in the Sport Center. See if we can find some stuff. I would say, can you see? All right, so we're back. Looks like we have some Mountain House meals. This is really what has fed the body the whole way.
Chicken and dumplings, that was Billy Goat's favorite, I think.
It was. This is really what I like to live off of. I just leaned on dehydrated this time, just off the shelf. Boom, it looks like we're not doing Dollar General resupply. We're got to the post office, Tyler, Veterans Day every day, right?
Veterans Day every day.
Marines.
You need to ride back, or are you going to
No, we'll just get dropped off. We'll hit you right back.
Right.
And what's your first name?
Kathy.
Kathy, you're taking us to Walmart. 3 miles up. You're giving it Trail Angels?
Absolutely.
Gorham? Love you, Gorham.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hop in.
Boom, day 142. Whew. I don't know, I always forget, day 142, even though I can see myself, and the number's kind of like right there. Okay, so I really haven't done this a lot, but here we are. Just got done texting Tony Dinger. Dude, just helping the morale, he's just ready, he's just dropping people off, setting up the 100-mile. Just so blessed to be able to have someone like that ahead of time to take away a little bit of that stress. So before the outro, Tony D, already didn't even meet him. We're saving the stickers and all the extra stuff. Don't worry, it's in the pack. But let's talk about this. So, you know, we're trying to embellish the moment here because the hike's coming to an end here within the last 20 or some odd days, 30 days. Here's Unicorn organizing on her side, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. There's the tent.
Clean tent.
We'll talk about that on the outro. But right now, I really kind of want to focus on the food. So here we are, ready to head at 1,900 miles roughly. We're gonna tap 1,900 tomorrow. We're headed out for some 50 odd miles. I'm kind of knocking it down from like day to day to day to day to get really dialed in, to not bring any extra weight because a lot of rocks up there as well. And you can see the backpack we sent home, some of the frames. I can talk about that on the outro as well. So I'm not doing the arc. I'm just taking the other carbon part out and just hiking up the mountain that way. I spoke to Z-Packs. We can talk about that a little bit more on the outro as well. But Walmart, 256 gig. You want to talk about exciting stuff? We got 512, 512, 512. They're pretty much packed. I have a 512 left in the DJI still. A fresh one. I would say maybe 100 gig used up out of that 512. And one that's running out actually on the ZV-1, which is what I'm shooting with right now. And then I had about 2 hours left, and then also a spare 64 card, which had about 2 hours worth of footage at the rate I'm shooting it. So I went out to Walmart. Unicorn, remember, we're leaving. I got a 256 gig. I think that's gonna put us over the limit in terms of the hours that I need to shoot with the ZV-1. Again, I shoot with 2 different cameras. So let's do the math. 512, 512, 512. 512 in the ZV-1, 512 right here in the DJI, and then we just pulled another 256. So let's see if that can fulfill the vlog in terms of my personal storage. I know it uploads to YouTube, but I'm gonna use them for later for some additional footage. So that is it. That is the food loadout right here. You can see it. We're talking a little bit of data. Unicorn. She got...
You got this.
Yes, she did. I can hear something in the background right now, though. Or is that outside? Nope, nope, okay.
It might be outside.
Yeah, that must be outside. So, unicorn poop.
That's fun.
That is fun.
That's fun.
Yes, that was the theme of the day. Was unicorn poop. Okay, so that is the food. This is what we do. We're trying to get our mind right back into it, right? Back into the game. But there's the last glimpse of it. We'll see you on the outro. Boom, unicorn poop. 142. That would be June, July. Wow, wrong month.
Wow.
That would be July 7, right? Yep. Unicorn?
I think so.
How many miles?
Today we did 0 miles.
0 miles? Okay, so this is what we're doing. Pull up the notes. Now, we kind of need to do it on many fronts. Real quick here, Unicorn, could you get your pack? Actually, I forgot to bring this up. Show everyone like the parts I took out of my pack up to the camera. Actually, we didn't go over this, but kind of just showing everyone really.
So this right here that makes the arc.
Yeah.
This frame, it broke through the bottom part
right
here. So where the frame goes through, it goes into this like kind of little pocket here. We were sliding on some rocks and it must have worn it out maybe. I don't know, but it came through the bottom, so we took the other side out. And Field Trip from Z-Pack said also take out the middle frame.
So long story short, I just want to show the audience. So the audience doesn't really understand maybe how the arc works. But basically, it happened to me on the PCT near the end. Is one of the beams on the back of the pack, which gives support, popped out. So I think, to make a long story very short, back to day one, and Wander saying, grow with your gear. I don't know if I need an arc as much as I like the load lifters. So there's a reason why I go with Z-Packs. There's a reason why I go with Z-Packs is I like the ultralight material, but I also like the fact that they have load lifters. So it's tough spec out when you're trying to spec out ultralight gear with those specifications. And I always circle back to Z-Packs for many reasons, but it seems like when I was reaching the, you know, the end of the last thru hike in the Pacific Crest, it kind of popped out because of the way I load my bag. So I'm going to put that on me, the way I load it, and kind of like the way that I handle. I'm a little bit rugged with my gear. Again, let's talk about things that have lasted. Thermarest right now.
Yeah.
We didn't get to the reviews yet, but the Thermarest has lasted almost 2 thru hikes, and you're on that pad and you're busting on it, and you have to treat it a certain way. You kind of have to baby it a certain way. You can't fish for a shark with 10-pound test, right? Something's going to happen. You know what I mean? You get it. So when you have gear like our 5.5 ounce umbrellas, you have to use them a certain way.
Right.
Agreed. So I'm gonna build quality, weight, packability, and function. For the Arc Haul, not to jump ahead, I have to do the review. I think it's a phenomenal pack. I think I have to grow to a different specification of pack. Clearly the way that I like to pack my pack, which I think I might be changing it now that the arc is now removed and it's kind of arcless. So that's going to be fun to see how I travel through Maine with that. Anyway, enough with the pack, but I think that was a good reason to stop. I think you needed to stop and maybe pick up some soles for your feet.
I have them in the shoes actually.
Yep.
Right now, just trying them out and hoping they help.
Yeah, and I think that's important to get ready for Maine as well. But field trip, we did the same thing from Z-Packs on the last thru hike in 21. We wound up calling Z-Packs up. We needed some stuff, and I got Jamie on the phone, aka Field Trip. That's his trail name. He's done both trails. I think he's going to be headed out to CDT next year to get his Triple Crown. But it's almost like we called him again, and it always helps the morale. It's almost like this habitual thing. I don't know. Maybe when we go on hikes, we'll just call him on Sunday all the time. Like, hey, how you doing, Field Trip? How you doing, man?
He's off on Sunday.
I'm feeling kind of down, man. But Field Trip, seriously, thank you very much for your advice. Bearcan. I tell you what, Unicorn, we got all kinds of weird criteria going on here, but to bring the Bearcan all this way, again, we're trying the crazy thing, continuous northbound, no slack pack, trying to do every inch, trying to stay as pure as we can, not even slack packing, as Unicorn would say, a Cliff Bar. But to bring this thing up there along this whole trip and this journey, it's difficult what we're doing. And I look at the extra luxury stuff.
It's
I feel
nice.
it's beautiful.
It even has, look at that.
It is. It's a beautiful can. Show it off. Show off all the
got
stickers.
Bottom stickers. We got top stickers. We got all around the can stickers.
Yeah.
Everyone's on there.
And speaking of which, I've been carrying this Cliff Bar, white chocolate, macadamia nut. I don't know, the light's kind of really bright back there. Since I'm a Calola, it's real.
Well, you can knock it on the can.
Yeah. I've been carrying this since I'm a Calola, so, we have our things that we carry with us, even though we're supposed to be as light as we can. Let's talk math. I'm really good at it. Just kidding. So, added it all up, 2,800 gig I'm carrying in terms of like the space. And I think that might fulfill this whole vlog with 2 different cameras at the settings that I'm running. So, but you can only use like 2,600, 2,500 of the gig. You get it when you put the SD card in, always only use a portion. So let's just say 2,200 miles, roughly a gig a mile I'm using between the Sony ZV-1 and the Action 2. That's a pretty neat stat. A gig a mile, or a little bit less than a gig a mile, is what I'm needed for all the raw data that I'm covering. Really wanted to give a thank you to Mary in Oregon. I wanted to take the time during this episode, during this zero, to get kind of serious. I mean, if back to the PCT, happiest known time really started then. When we flipped, we didn't get to tap the border because it was on fire. So long story short, when we were continuing our our Nobo southbound through hike, they saw us on the channel and drove us all the way back up to Washington through Harts Pass after the fire stopped, so that we could tap and see comfort and also tap the border. So and anyway, Mary, thank you. And the reason I'm bringing this up is we're kind of reflecting now that we're going into our last state in Maine, and also to Jerry and Annie, where we ended our through hike. They picked us up at Crater Lake and brought us into their home and brought us into their very nice home and cooked us a great dinner. So again, Jerry and Annie, thank you very much in Oregon. I think happiest known time started back with JDS down in Aqua Dulce, right? Yeah. Happiest known time really started on the Pacific Crest. And I see a lot of the AT getting a lot of the happiest known time love, but we forget about you PCT people. Nope. Not at all.
Still a place in our heart for you guys.
Huge
too.
Heart. In New Hampshire, Oregon, it's starting. I'm starting to get this.
Actually, speaking of Jerry and Annie, happy anniversary.
Wow.
This is 2 days past that, but today, while this is recording, they're celebrating their anniversary. So
and Annie
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. She's a lead trumpeter for the Vietnam Moving Wall out in Oregon. She played. We couldn't stay the extra 2 days because Stella was sick, our dog. Yeah. Our dog was dying. That's why we were trying to rush to get off the trail last time. But again, she supports the vets as well, and the Vietnam vets and the Moving Wall in Oregon. She's the lead trumpeter. I think that was the title. But I didn't want to forget about those folks. Also, that is about it. We are at 142. Tomorrow's 143. For all of you that sit through all of this long conversation and deal with all this extra banter, I really wanted to give thanks out to the people that don't sponsor us. I always give shout outs to like Poland Spring and McDonald's as well. They absolutely do not sponsor us, but I figured I'd give a little bit back today, just a little bit back to McDonald's, just a little bit. You know, they say give back to the community. It says a little bit. So, hey, Unicorn, I think those are all the topics, right? You know it is.
You got it down in a minute.
Right? No, I was at 30 seconds, everyone. I don't want to spoil it. Hey, you guys have to check it out. It's the QP challenge, rental style. Remember, about roughly 1,900 miles. We're like 0.1 off of it right now. Come on, give it up, right? Through hiking, QPing, QZing, right? Quad zeroing, quarter pounding. Let's do it. So we're gonna get ready for tomorrow. We're gonna go out, I guess, through hell and high water. Through hell and high water, right? We're gonna do it. The tent's drying out. We washed it. The ground sheet where it's deslugged.
Deslimed.
Re-energized. We're gonna try to pick it up and get our last 25 days on trail. I mean, like, we got 300 miles. Who knows if it takes us 25 days, 30 days? But we're gonna stroll on up and get through this lightning and thunder.
It's raining outside right now really hard.
It is.
Yeah.
As I put the mics on, there's AC noise, there's rain noise, so I just be able to get the mics out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to try to eat here and get refocused. We're not really excited about doing that. I'm like, yeah, we're going to get wet, we're going to do this. But no, we're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
I'm going to do it. So we're going to get back to that parking lot, continue. Hey, you know what I'm going to say? You know what? Right here. It's happiest known time.
Yeah.
That is what we're living.
It is.
Even with the glare of the light, we're living happiest known time right here. And special shout out to our friends at Z-Packs for showing us the way and always being there when we need them, for sure. So let's get ready for tomorrow, 143. Thank you for watching. Check out the extra miles. You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss this one.
You don't want to miss this one. Hey,
oh my gosh.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Smash that like button. I'll earn this one. We'll catch you on the flip. Peace. Talking about, hey, never give up. Whatever you do, never give up. Unicorn. That's the theme of it. Before we play this last clip here, Eye of the Tiger. Remember that. Just never give up. And actually, what was that sound? Unicorn, you gotta go and get that. Whoa, what was that? Unicorn? Oh, I see unicorn poop. Could you believe it? Could you, look at this. Hey Mike, if you're watching, Dr. Jones, I'm chewing on the side. Unicorn poop. We'll gotta catch you guys tomorrow. It's raining all week. For the next 30 days, lightning and thunder. We just gotta head into it. Peace. Eating unicorn poop.